in order to find God, you must welcome everything. This has, yeah, a number of aspects to it that we can examine. There is welcoming everything on the level of mind, on the level of thought, to notice how any narrative of this shouldn't be happening is resistance, creates resistance. And that abiding as the I am cuts through the I am this or I am that, dependent on what I'm experiencing. And another direct way that is not something to replace that, but something to complement that is, if you like, through the doorway of the heart, which is simply tenderness towards what is. Welcoming everything is a tenderness towards what is. Very often, this pointer of welcoming everything is only seen or understood on a surface level, in the sense of accepting circumstances, accepting a situation. And this creates much inner conflict at times, because if a circumstance or a situation or something that happens, a happening, is painful or dangerous or abusive or not in resonance, then we have a conflict. How can I accept this when my inner knowing, my intuition, my inner intelligence tells me that I can take action on this, even if the action is a simple no, or a turning away, or a walking away, or yeah? So it's not on the surface that we are inviting the welcoming of everything. To welcome everything is to meet with tenderness your direct experience. And your direct experience is not, in fact, what happens. It's not on the level of form. It's on the level of your feeling response to that happening. All we have is the lens through which we experience life. Life as it is happening now and now and now. There was a question yesterday about how come everyone's having a different experience. And yet, claiming my experience seems to be an impediment to liberation, when it's obviously my experience. That's because 7 billion people are each viewing and experiencing whatever is happening as life through the lens, their own lens. And that lens is made up of the conglomerate of beliefs, opinions, thought-based activity, emotion-based activity that is unique to each of us, depending on our personality, our karma, our conditioning, and wherever we are on the journey of life. So the lens is unique. The focal point is unique. So all you have is that unique experience. The same thing could be happening The same circumstance in terms of form, in terms of structure, can be happening to one person and happening to another person, and they are experienced very differently. The internal landscape, which is essentially a feeling and thought-based landscape, will be different. Maybe similar. The variations are going to be subtle, or it can be dramatically different. So it's your inner landscape comprised of thought and feeling activity that you are invited to meet with tenderness. We must really get this. We must really understand this. If there is to be a true transformation, if welcoming everything is going to be a doorway to the light of God, the light of Godness, because it's here that a transformation can take place. It's through this doorway of welcoming everything, by meeting everything in tenderness, your inner landscape, that the purification takes place. Purification of what? The purification of the backlog, or what's in the shadowlands of contractive energies, unexplored energies, unmet energies that are part of your unique makeup, your journey. They may be this lifetime, last lifetime, who knows, yeah? But whatever it is that is pushed away, whatever it is that has been suppressed, whatever it is that hasn't been met, and this can be personal, it can be collective, it can be familial, yeah, in the family constellation. It doesn't matter where it comes from, because ultimately we're all one, yeah? It's all interconnected. It's an interconnected web. What matters is that in meeting whatever arises in your direct experience, whether it's catalyzed by an event, a happening, a circumstance, or whether it's a memory that is coming into the foreground now from the past, or has been haunting you for a while, or whatever it is, the resolution, the purification is the same. To meet with tenderness what arises in your inner landscape. This purifies darkness into light. Darkness is simply that which hasn't been met, hasn't been assimilated, hasn't been brought into the light. Light is openness. Light is presence. The light of presence and the light of openness is all that's required. Yeah? Everything yearns to come home. Come home to what? Come home to its true nature, to its source as Godness. In other words, what is a contraction that haunts us, a ghost from the past, an energy of some kind, a repetitive thought pattern? It's all some form of energy. What yearns to come home, to be resolved and dissolved in the openness and presence of you as the focal point of God. That's the journey.